Let me also bring in now another special guest on the broadcast. Jagmeet Singh Brar, former Lok Sabha Member of Parliament, is joining us live on the broadcast as well. Jagmeet Singh Brar, thank you for speaking with NewsX. How serious is the situation, sir, in the area where you are currently, also in your home district? Because we are seeing very, very distressing visuals coming in from all across the state of Punjab.
Yeah, the situation is very serious. And in fact, in my district and border district of Firozpur and Fazilka, it is the worst times we have had since 1988 and then 2023. And now, again, third time, the worst suffering is in this district. And we hope the visit of the Honorable Agriculture Minister when he visited a day back, the assessment which he gave, I think that was very clear that it's not only a nature's fury, basically it's man-made, and the respective governments for the last 40 years, odd after 88, they have not cared to take proper into account how these things are to be improved, how the dams, how the basically the rivers, how the silting process has to take place. There was no committee. The bureaucracy in Punjab was lethargic. There was no interest. There was no interest of the political leadership for these years. They knew what's going to happen. And ultimately, during the monsoon session, always these four basins, maybe Ravi, Satluj, Beas, and Ghaggar, they always are in a fury, and we have been facing these problems since long. And Punjab do hope that the Honorable Prime Minister is also visiting on the 9th September. But unfortunately, I must say that no political party or any organization worth its, who actually represent the masses, they have never cared to be together on this issue and then meet the Honorable Prime Minister or the central team and give them their assessment. The political leadership of the Congress, of the Akali Dal, maybe of AAP, because AAP is ruling for the last 3.5, 4 years. So they have not moved an inch forward. I've heard that the Disaster Management Fund,
Yes,
that is also being it's there around about 9,000 crores. It was not utilized. So you can see the concern that how when ultimately we had this worst period, now everybody is trying to, build bridges. But I think the culture, the heritage, the sentiments which the Punjabis have expressed across border and plus in
yes.
India and the Bollywood, that has really given a sense of relief to
Absolutely. But
Punjabis.
on ground, sir, before we get to, of course, the factors that have caused this as well, but on ground right now, because obviously rescue, relief, rehabilitation is a priority, what are the obstacles, still that the teams on ground are facing, in bringing about relief, in extending help to the people on ground who are suffering?
I think one thing which I have the information, and being an eyewitness to the situation, there is no scarcity of any food. There's no scarcity of diesel up till now because the diesel is being provided by different people. The tractors are also being sent, and the youth of Punjab, especially, putting up their independent flags and the Khalsa Jalo, which always is there during the crisis period. I think thousands of the young people, ultimately the state was named a Nashedi state, but I think for the last 1 week, the way youth has come forward, the government or maybe the state government or the central government, their role is limited to 5%. It's only the people who are playing the major role.
Yes. Also, now coming to the factors that have caused this as well. You were saying earlier that a lot of it is man-made as well. So you believe that it's not just environmental reasons, it's not just climate change, Mr. Brar, it's not just adverse weather, but a lot of this is man-made as well, you believe? Why is that?
It's 100% because for the last 50 years odd, the silting process has increased the bed to 50 feet. And the water and the silting and the soil, which comes, at a galloping speed, when it comes to one dam and then ultimately crosses the next dam like Harike and from Pong, and later on, the things get worse. And that is why these areas are flooded. And the Dusi bunds which have been made ultimately, but they have never been repaired. And there were irrigation scandals in Punjab during Congress Akali Dal governments, because I think thousands of crores were swindled. And the money which we got from the World Bank, the money which we got from the center, I am sorry to say, I don't personally allege anybody, but it's on record that there have been irrigation scandals of and covering up this issue, and there many politicians and very very big fat bureaucrats were involved in this, who used to play golf after 1 p.m. and they never cared, and they made a lot of money out of this. And there was no sense of belonging as far as Punjab was concerned, which was a granary of India and which ultimately helped this country to come out of many crises. But I think the attitude it seems to be that the visit of the Prime Minister, if we ask for a special package,
Yes.
and all the political parties join together, and we
How
meet him
essential is that?
during
How
this time.
essential is that at this juncture? We do know, of course, the Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan was there just a couple of days ago. You were referring to his visit as well. Prime
Yeah.
Minister Modi is scheduled to visit as well
No,
very
that-
soon.
yeah.
How
most
important is it that the
thing-
centre and state coordinate at this point, despite the fact that there are different parties in power in Delhi and also in Punjab at this juncture? How important is it that unity comes in at this point from the political class as well, and there is centre-state coordination for relief?
You're absolutely right, because there was one statement from a very senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, who happens to be next to the chief minister, that why India is helping Afghanistan. See, this is a foolish statement. Ultimately, Afghanistan tragedy and whatever has taken place, it is basically a neighboring country, and the decision was taken earlier. And at the international level, the decisions of the country have to be taken keeping in totality of the international situation in mind. And there were very small sort of hearted statements made by leaders or from other parties also. In fact, they make reels, they go to the villages, they show themselves to be heroes, and they give some money here and there. But ultimately, after a day or 24 hours, they are never to be seen.
Right.
This has to continue for at least a year or 6 months to ultimately cover. So I think the political parties should join hands at this juncture. At
Yes.
least during this period, we should all be together, and we should not criticize personally any party or the central government, because the basic moot point was Shivraj Singh Chauhan. I respect him as son of the soil. He had said that the mining process which took place in Punjab, and during this mining, everything with the riverbeds basically got disturbed. It's due to mining effect that the floods take place. This is what his basic statement for it was. It is one of the reasons.
Okay.
I admit that it's one of the reasons. It's not the
Okay.
sole reason for the floods. But for the last 50 years, no government, no leader after Sardar Pratap Singh Cairo has cared or thought about the futuristic Punjab. Maybe it's July,
Right.
it's June, it's August, it's September.
Right.
In 55 and 47 and 90, then again 2023 and 2027.
Okay.
We have not learned any lesson, Udayji, what's I
Right.
learned.
Also, now, how can people come forward to help as well? You were talking about, the work that the youth of Punjab is doing currently at this juncture. How can people across the country, across the world who are watching you and watching our broadcast and watching the devastation and, getting very emotional seeing these visuals, how can people come forward and help as well?
I think the report of the government which I was reading today is that 4 lakh acres have been destroyed, the paddy. First is that if you calculate on a 1 lakh basis also, it's basically 4 lakh crores, the loss which is there. and this loss has to be compensated, and there has to be a special package, because if we pay per acre to the farmer what is the rules and regulations are, that doesn't cover, because last time the farmers sowed their next crop and they tried to get some reaping benefit out of it, but this time it's totally destroyed.
Okay.
And it's not only one fasal, it is going to be only one crop, but coming years also we are going to suffer for that. So I think the entire world which holds Punjab in such high esteem because of their rigor, their contribution, and always helping others. Sarbat Ka Bhala during COVID, during Khalsa Aid was available everywhere in the world. And the impression, the Sikh community, especially the Punjabis as a whole in the world, is, I think we are definitely getting the required help which Punjab needs.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jagmeet Singh Brar, for joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.